What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. My name is Rico. I appreciate you guys for checking out this video. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I wanted to talk today about a recent article that I saw. And the article was very disturbing and it was very motivational as well. The article spoke about black wealth being at zero, or set to be at zero for the year 2053, meaning black people will have no wealth by that time frame. And it spoke about a lot of different reasons, well, a couple of different reasons why black wealth is set to be at zero. It spoke about education because black people are getting more educated as far as going to school and getting degrees, and some people getting higher paid jobs, but that's kind of cut off or kind of negated by student loan debt, because a lot of people, especially black people, they are going to die in student loan debt, or they have been dying in student loan debt. And so it's kind of like a twofold thing. You know, you're getting more education and you may be making more money, but hey, you got this big cluster of student loan debt that has been negating or been taking away some of your spending power, your wealth, your buying power, and you're having to, you know, pay back the student loan debt. Or some people, you know, have just been not paying it, and then what can happen is that money could just balloon into like a way bigger amount due to interest payments. And also it talked about black people not taking advantage of the stock market as well. And I find that's very true as well, because I have spoken with several people, and just to ask them, you know, several black people, and just to ask them, hey, do you participate in the stock market? And they say, you know, they don't know what it is, essentially. I mean, they don't know how to maneuver during the stock market, and they don't know how to, you know, participate in the stock market. And I find that very, very alarming as well. And another thing is, it's just basically education. That's another thing. People are just not educated because you don't know what you don't know. So it's very important to have that education as far as being able to know how to invest, know how to start your own business, and just not relying on a job, you know, and not relying on just one source of income. Because I believe, in my opinion, the way for black people to not go towards that goal of black wealth being at zero, or not meet that, is to have businesses and also to invest. And I believe that by just having one stream of income as far as a job, that's not a way that we're going to be able to avoid that black wealth being at zero. And another thing that I saw that was kind of disturbing as well is that black people don't plan as far as when they die or pass away. So a lot of black people give away wealth when they die because they don't have a will, they don't have a trust, or they don't have life insurance as well. And that's very disturbing, because we should all have life insurance. We should all have life insurance, because, you know, you can get whole life insurance, which is more expensive, but you can get term life, which is way cheaper. Something to make sure that you are buried, and something to make sure that you can leave something over for your family, for your loved ones, because that's the way to build wealth, and that's the way a lot of other cultures do. They have these life insurance policies, and then when someone does pass away, they get these lump sums of money, and that's how they're able to, if they're good stewards, be able to have a good start, and also be able to build wealth, invest or start that business, or just be able to build. And so everyone should have life insurance, and know that's one thing that's been lacking, because you see a lot of GoFundMes, you see a lot of people having to raise money, and that's embarrassing, because we should be ready. We should be prepared when we die. And it's very important to have that will in place as well, because without having a will or trust, things go to probate court. And then when you go to probate court, it's a lot of fees that's charged by lawyers and by the courts, and that's going to eat away at wealth. That's eating away at wealth, because it is taking away money that if you had things planned, if you had things planned out, you can avoid probate court in certain circumstances and be able to have that money saved. Because you see a lot of celebrities, once everything is done in the court, a lot of that money is gone. A lot of that money has been taken away and going back to other groups and cultures, and instead of that money going back to the family. So being prepared. So my point of the story is, it's going to take education. It's going to take education as far as being knowledgeable, getting knowledge about business, getting knowledge about investing. And knowledge is power, but the real power is being able to execute about that knowledge, because knowledge is stagnant just by itself. But once we get the knowledge, the ability to use that knowledge, that's the real power. That's the way we need to be doing, is executing. And I feel like we need to have a more vested interest as far as business, and being able to learn more about the stock market, learn more about investing, and learn more about how to just create and be creators instead of consumers. Because you always hear about that term, black people have $1.8 trillion of spending power, basically. And that's powerful. It's good, but it's about what you do with it. It's not about how much you make, but it's about what you can do with that money and what you are doing with it. And even though we have that $1.8 trillion worth of spending power, we haven't taken the next step. I think it's getting better. It is getting better. I can see steps. I see people doing better. I see more talks about financials and about just being more literate as far as finances. But we also have to take the next step, and we have to become less consuming, and we have to be more of creators and building together. So it's going to take education, and it's going to take doing the work. It's going to take execution in order to transform, and in order to avoid black wealth being at zero for the year 2053. So I just wanted to talk about that, and I hope this really, this gave you some insight, and kind of this, it lets you know what's going on regarding regarding black wealth. And let's talk about it in the chat. What things you think we can do in order to avoid black wealth being at zero by the year 2053? What do you think? Do you think we need education? Do you think we need more building together? Let me know what's your opinion. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I thank you for watching this message. You guys have a great day. Peace.